coming at you today. I had a big old plan for a great video. I was going to take y'all crappie fishing with me down to Sardis. And then something weird happened. I ain't even going to get into it, but I didn't get to go. But before I went, I spent probably 2-3 hours tying crappie rigs up out my garage. Out in my garage. What I was doing while I was tying crappie rigs, I was watching YouTube. Cause I mean, what else you gonna do? I just set my phone up, started watching YouTube. Then I got to searching. And I was searching for trolling for crappie, umbrella rigging crappie, some people call it, long line, and I don't know. People call it all kinds of different stuff. Up here in Mississippi, we call it trolling. 4, 6, 8 poles going, you push them in front of the boat, running double-minnow rigs, and you catch crappie. But what I found on YouTube for trolling, it was good stuff. There was people on there that are way better crappie fishermen than me. There was people on there with way nicer rigs. But I just got to thinking, you know, what about just a regular, everyday guy that wants to kind of get started in trolling? And what do you need? What's the basics of what you need, and how do you tie rigs up, and things like that. And so what I decided to do was I was going to make a video that is basically, I'm going to call it Crappie Trolling 101. That's what I'll name it. I'm sure it's going to get searched. It'll be viral. I know it will be. But anyway, that's what today's video is about, guys. We're just going to show you some simple ways to get out there and just get started trolling. Not a lot of money, maybe budget trolling 101. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to get started. I hope y'all enjoy it. We're going to get into crappie rig tying. This is for minnows, mainly minnows, and I'll kind of show you a little bit about what I use. On our main line, we got 8-pound Mr. Crappie high vis. On our rigs, we're going to be String fluorocarbon 6-pound. We use a 1-ounce sinker and 1/0 hooks, true turn hooks. These are the best hooks to use. There's no doubt. They get them crappie in the top lip every time. And a 3-way swivel. I know we talked a little bit about this in the past, but I'm going to kind of give you a little bit more detail on tying the crappie rigs up. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but we've got a 1-ounce egg weight. We're going to take our line from the spool. We're going to bring it down. I know you can't see it, trust me, there is line in there. We're going to run the bottom of that line through our swivel. And you're going to run this line through the swivel about 5 times. The reason that we run that through there 5 times is we don't want that weight slipping. You can see right there, 5 times through, that weight is on there, it's not going anywhere. At the top of the line, we've got a 3-way swivel. This is really important. Your bottom rig, you want to tie on that bottom swivel. Very important. Very, very, very important. Now we've got our 3-way swivel tied. Right here, we've got our bottom line. Right here, we've got our secondary line. Our secondary line runs down to a hook that's roughly about a foot, and our secondary line is way down here. And I'm going to say it's about 5 feet. So 5 foot here, and this secondary line going to the 3-way swivel is about 1 foot. This is kind of for deeper water trolling. This setup that we've got going right now is more for deep water trolling. That's why we've got a 5 foot section from our 3-way swivel to our bottom hook. In the 1 foot section with the shorter line and the hook, when it goes to the water, they're both going to come back. It's going to look like a couple of minnows swimming through the water. You're covering about a 3 foot section of water. So as you're out looking for fish, you've got a 3 foot water column that you're pulling 2 minnows through. So get to cover a lot of water like this. Hopefully we'll catch a lot of fish like this. Now I'm going to show you something super duper cool. This is a pool noodle. I bought a bunch of them at Walmart right in the summer, probably $1 a piece. Cut them into 3 sections. So what we're going to do is when we get ready to go fishing, we're going to tie a bunch of these rigs up. This is how we're going to store them. We're going to put a hook in the noodle and then simply wrap your line around it. There's our 3-way swivel. We're going to get down, bottom hook, pull your line a little bit tight. You're going to place it into the noodle. Now, you got a pre-rigged Caps and Coleman, I think's what they call them, ready to go in case you break off. It's not going to get tangled up. Throw it in the boat. Super simple. Now, if you're like Uncle Ron and you're old and you're bored and you don't really have any friends, you can tie a whole bunch of these. Spend all day Saturday just tying rigs. See how many we've got on here. 10, 11. I got 11 rigs on this one deal. This will more than likely last me a while. Real handy way, tie your rigs, super simple, super cheap. Now for the part of the video everybody loves. What kind of rods are you using? Uncle Ron uses B&M trolling rods, super stiff graphite. This rod is a 14 footer. Really good rod, really tough. If you have to break one, I've only broken the tip off of one rod. It's pretty good. All these years, one tip. I've had these rods probably close to 10 years. That's pretty good. So let's talk about the reel. I personally like using bait casters. I got these from Grizzly Jigs. I'm gonna say, I think they had a sale. They were like $20, $25 a piece. We got our 8-pound high vis we talked about earlier. So we got bait caster reel on a 14-foot B&M trolling rod. I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, Ron, you got this giant contraption on the end of this rod. It's going to do nothing but get tangled up all the time. So let me show you how to transport this setup. We're going to take our line, we're going to take our weight and our bottom hook, and we're going to hook it down here into the little eye catcher. Hook it into the little eye holder. You're going to tighten your line up a little bit. Now that leaves us with our top hook not connected to anything. So we're going to take it up here, the line is running down to the eye. We're going to wrap it around that top hook 4 or 5 times. And we're going to take our whole line, we're going to take this whole line, and we're going to wrap it around our fishing pole until it starts getting tight. And where it gets tight at, whatever eye it's at, you just hook it around that eye. Now, as you can see, we've got no line going anywhere. We can put this whole rig back on the boat when you're ready to transport and unroll very quickly and get ready to catch crappie. Alright guys, I'm used to shooting my videos, I guess you would call sequential, but the beauty of editing. I'm gonna shoot this first, mainly because I've already got my boat set up. Because I thought I was gonna fish, but I didn't. Just talk about generally the way I set my boat up. This is probably not, you know, the greatest thing in the world, but it works. It works good. I guess we can start with pole holders. I got some high-techs. I kind of custom designed these. And they're probably not the greatest custom design in the world, but they're okay. They hold my poles. Just set them on top of the little swimming pool noodles. I use these little twisty to high things to hold them down. And pretty much I can go up and down the interstate. Have yet to lose one. That's always a good sign. Second of all, you got to have a trolling motor. Now, I don't know if this is the best setup in the world. I had put a 24-volt trolling motor on here, added an extra battery, figured out how to wire it, blah blah blah, who cares. It works good. It's not a automatic speed control. That's okay. It works. These are the pole holders. This is what you're gonna see later when we put all our rods at when we're fishing. Simple little dovetail base mount. Not a big deal. They work pretty good. They're not the greatest in the world. They're tight locks. I think they're from Bass Pro Shell. Pretty simple, low budget, depth finder on the front. On the back, we have some down imaging. We have some down imaging bird on the back. You notice there's no carpet in the boat. There's very little carpet in the boat. Unbeknownst to me, carpet doesn't react well. After you get probably, I would say, a couple million fish in the boat, all that fish line is bad for the carpet. And it winds up peeling off. But we're going to recarpet the old boat at some point in time. One part of crappie fishing that is absolutely critical is keeping your minnows alive. I have just put together this little kit. I've actually had the minnow bucket for a long time. And it's actually an angle cooler that's designed as a minnow bucket. You can see. Basically, it's got a little hole right there that you can run your air tube through. You hook your air tube into some sort of a stone. I bought this just the other day. It puts out more air than anything I've ever seen. Also, I got the Power Bowls 12 volt. So, got some alligator clips. Clip it to your boat battery. That way you never ever have to buy batteries. And that is the coolest thing ever. I rigged this one up. It's actually designed for 2 minnow buckets, but I ran it into one, and because of how long the hose is and the electrical cord, I can actually get this minnow bucket up to the very front of the boat. That's a 17-foot boat. I can hook all this up. I can put this minnow bucket all the way to the front of the boat and never use batteries. It's the quietest pump I've ever had, and it is the most powerful. Very important, guys. Get you a good minnow bucket, a good rig, some sort of aerator. Super important to keep your minnows alive when you're out fishing.